Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. We are the Jedi Knights Watch, and today we're going to be doing another 6 scale review. It's been a hot minute since we've done a review on a Star Wars figure, so today we are going to be reviewing the Han Solo in Carbonite 1/6 scale figure from Sideshow. So on Sideshow's website, they do consider this a 6 scale figure. A lot of people would consider this more of a statue because there is no articulation. There's no movement. It's kind of like a statue. But it looks really cool. I just wasn't sure for the price point if this was something that was really a need for the collection. So I've gone back and forth for a while on getting this figure because I just wasn't sure if it was something that I really needed in the collection. I don't have a Boba Fett figure yet, so I wasn't really sure where it would fit in. The price point seems a little bit high, so I got some Sideshow reward points, and I just said heck with it. Used some coupons, used some reward points, and got this for a pretty good deal, and I figured let's give it a shot. Let's see if this is truly worth having in the collection or not. Before we get going here, do us a favor and hit that like button. It really tells YouTube that you like the content that we're creating. Subscribe to the channel. We have a lot of fun here at the Jedi Knights Watch. We do a lot of arcade one-ups, hot toy reviews, 6 scale figures, Funko Pops, NECA figures, and we love movies. So come be a part of the watch and ring that notification bell so you know when we're coming out with new content. Let's start by taking a look at the package this figure comes in. Right off the bat, this box is huge. It's got to be close to twice the size of a normal 6 scale figure box. And we'll see why in a minute when we open it up, but just taking a look at the box, the front and back are almost identical. We have the figure itself on the front, and that is Han Solo in Carbonite. We do have that traditional Star Wars logo, and then on the bottom it says Sideshow.com. Keep in mind this is a Sideshow figure. They do make their own figures. This is not a Hot Toys figure, but it is a 1/6 scale collectible. Having said that, the box theme kind of goes with the Star Wars Hot Toys figures, where it's that dark box, simple, and then on the sides you do have kind of those gray triangular shapes coming down. So they did kind of keep the same look as the Hot Toys figures, so that's kind of interesting. Alright, as we slide him out of the box, he comes in this foam packaging to keep the goods inside safe. As we remove that, we can see the figure itself in all its glory and all the pieces and the nice base that it comes with. Right off the bat, hey, looks pretty cool. I'm pretty impressed. Let's get the figure out, but first, let's take a look at the base and all the accessories he comes with. Alright, starting off with the base, I gotta say, first impressions, I really like this base a lot. It's got a really nice size to it. I feel like you're going to be able to easily put a figure on the base along with the Han Solo in Carbonite. You can either have them stepping onto it or just fully on there. We'll see in a little bit, but this would be even cool too if you use Han Solo in Carbonite without a base and you use this base for a different figure. It's almost like a diorama piece, which is really nice. Sideshow really did a good job with this base, and they even gave you some features that you can change it out to this dark theme or have it a lighter theme where the top of this base here slides out and you can flip it over and you can have more of like a Cloud City type of theme on the front with that orange light that actually slides out, and then you can have that white light as well. On the back there is a button that you can press, and then the inside actually illuminates. Looks like there's a bulb on the inside in the middle, so kind of the outer lights maybe don't shine as bright, but it's still really cool. On the sides you have piping and extra buttons and lights, which look really good. Really good paint application from Sideshow. Kind of have some darks and some lights going on just to kind of make it look more realistic. I really like that a lot. So overall, I'm really impressed with this base. So because this is more of a statue than opposed to an actual figure, it's going to come with some heavy-duty brackets that hold it up. And just taking a look at them really quick, we have the one if you want it to stand up vertically. And then there's a felt pad here so that it doesn't scratch. And then here we have one that would go in if you want him to be laying down, like if Boba Fett was transporting him to his ship. And this is really heavy duty. This is made of metal. There's even a weld here. Just tapping it. I mean, it is solid. It is pretty heavy duty. Alright guys, so here we have all the accessories that come with the figure. It's really just the keypads that go on the sides of the Carbonite brick or block To be honest, I'm not sure why they didn't just mold them into the sides, except for obviously this one that has the battery compartment. Hopefully they fit nice, and you won't really see like a gap or anything, or hopefully you won't really notice that they're separate or that they're just kind of sitting in there, so we'll see. But let's just take a look at them. They're all numbered 1 through 7, although I do have 2 that are number 5, so hopefully that is not going to be a big deal. Hopefully they all still fit fine. I mean, for the most part, most of them look a lot alike. But let's just take a look at one of them here, just so you guys can kind of see the detail that went into it. Really nice paint application, just kind of has that, I guess you'd call it carbonite speckle to it, just to make it look like a real type of metal. Here's another one, just got some buttons, it looks like. Just a bunch of different designs, really cool. And then we have this one here, which is the one that's going to light up. And we just have this pull tab that we'll take out. And let's turn this bad boy on. Wow, that is so cool. It's going to be hard not to use this. I typically don't use the battery functions in my figures, but this is going to be hard to display him without it. I wish this plugged in so that you could always have it on. But yeah, let's get these accessories installed into the Carbonite and take a look at it. Alright guys, so let's get these side pieces on first before we get a closer look at the figure and display him. These are going to be really easy to get on. You can see that they have these tabs here right on the bottom. They're just going to slide right in, and then these are magnetic, so they just fall right into place. And this one, so if you want to turn this on and off, you do have to turn it on and then place it inside. Alright, so now that we have all these on, let's take a closer look at the figure or statue. And just taking a look here, you can see we do have our Han Solo in Carbonite. Looks really good. I mean, the sculpt looks spot on. I don't see any issues or problems with it. The coloring is really good, the paint application. There's like it's a dull finish here and almost has like a rough texture to it. And then obviously you have more of like this speckled paint on the sides and then also on the back. Let's see if it can focus. There we go. So yeah, they just kind of really made it look like a metal type of material. And then the top and bottom are the same. They just have this design as well. Let's get him on the stand and see what he looks like. Alright, so here we have our Han Solo in Carbonite on full display. We have all of the accessories plugged in. We got the lights on. We got him on his base. And I'm really impressed here. I put off buying this figure for quite a long time, and I'm actually pretty happy that I did. Sideshow really came out with a nice figure or statue here. And I think if you're a big Star Wars fan, this might not be a must, but it's as close as you can get to being a must in your collection without it actually doing that. I mean, again, he doesn't articulate, so that price point is kind of high, but I really do like it. I think the craftsmanship is great, and being a big Empire Strikes Back fan, this makes me extremely happy to have in my collection. Now, really quickly, let's go over some things that we really like about this figure and some things not so much. Starting with the things that I really like this base that he comes with. I love that Sideshow made it, that you could kind of swap out some parts and make it look different, either like Cloud City look or in the Carbonite chamber look. Really cool that you have the option to change that out. The base is nice and big. You can fit another figure on. It might kind of take away from Han Solo though. Like as you can see, we have the Stormtrooper here, and he's in the front. I think it works well, but you can have him stepping up to it as well. You can have him maybe just next to it, a little bit lower. So, you know, there's a lot of cool things that you can do with it in that aspect as well. The next thing I like is just the fact that they added the lights into the Carbonite block. It's awesome. I can't explain it. I'm like a little kid again. It just makes the figure so much more better. And finally, what I really like about the figure is that they added magnets to the back of the stand so this thing won't topple over, as well as the accessories that plug into the sides. They are magnetized, so they're not going to be falling out. Really good engineering there by Sideshow. Now, a couple things that I don't like. Now, there's really nothing that I really don't like about this figure. So these are going to be a little bit more on the nitpicky side just to find something. It would have been cool if the side compartments or the side panels were actually molded in to the Carbonite block, just so that you didn't see any lines there. I think they look overall pretty good, but it would have been cool if they were just the same mold, just to make it look even more real. And secondly, again, this would probably push the price point up, but it would have been cool if they included a plug-in adapter so this thing could be on all the time, because I really think this thing shines when it's turned on. So that would have been cool, but you know, obviously that price point is already probably a little too high, so you know, if they added that, obviously it would go up even further. Which brings me to my last dislike about this, and that would be the price point. While I think it's really cool and every Star Wars fan needs this in their collection, it just doesn't do enough to be at that price point. I'm thinking like $50 less, and then you're looking at a pretty good deal there. So that would be the other thing that we don't like as much. But outside of that, this thing is a home run. If you have any reward points or coupons, or you can find this on eBay, maybe used, I definitely would get it. I've even now picked up a Boba Fett figure since getting this, so that I can place him with the Han Solo and Carbonite. So that's how cool this guy is. He just pushed me over the edge to get my first Boba Fett figure. So really happy with this. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Is this worth the price point that it's at? Does it do enough to have a place in your collection? I'd love to hear from you and love to talk about it a little bit more. Alright guys, well, thank you again so much for watching our videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We're going to head out. Until next time, stay safe out there, and we'll see you soon.